I say that I can definitely accomplish Chaitanya Samskar on a child still in the womb. I can do this and can thus help the child to develop into a capable, perfect and total man. This subject, instilling divine enlightenment into a fetus, is very intricate and has remained secret for long. I have just revealed to you the theoretical aspect of this subject. I would also like to reveal to you those rare and secret mantras through which a fetus can be enlivened, through which knowledge of all sciences can be instilled into it, and through which it can be made to attain totality in life. With the help of these mantras, a child can be instilled with such capabilities which are impossible for an ordinary man to attain. But in order to understand the relevance of the mantras, it is first necessary to fully comprehend the significance of what I have just revealed to you. I told you that Chaitanya Samskar is accomplished on a fetus which is 3 months and 28 days old. Chaitanya Samskar means increase in the receptive powers and strengthening of the retaining powers. It is a samskar which can make a child a complete man, a Purush. Let me explain to you what I mean by a complete Purush. All men on this earth are nar or ordinary humans. They can give birth only to humans, and giving birth thus is nothing extraordinary. Even animals can do so. A real achievement shall be giving birth to a Purush by instilling into the fetus a divine conscience with the help of Chaitanya Samskar. Thus, the child shall grow up to attain a unique personality of a real man. Chaitanya Samskar is, in fact, raising the human life from a mere animal existence to a state of totality. It is a process of creating a complete Purush, a real man with a stature of the Himalayas, with the calmness of an ocean, and with unfathomable patience. A real man whose radiant face, dynamic voice, and imposing personality prove that he is indeed unique and great. The mother who gives birth to such a child is indeed fortunate. Giving birth to an enlivened child is surely a great achievement, and if we have the great eruditions of our ancient sages, if we have the knowledge of those mantras, then through them we can surely bring great men into this world. I have accomplished several practices of this type in my life, and I have myself experienced that if a fetus is fully enlivened and imparted with knowledge, then after being born, it surely grows up to become a famous person. Knowledge here means making the child listen to special mantras so that it gains the deep knowledge of spiritualism and science. I had a disciple whose wife was very religious minded. She could not give birth to a son even up to the age of 42 years. I accomplished this samskar practice on her, and she gave birth to a son after a pregnancy period of 21 months. When the child took birth, it did not cry. Rather, it was smiling, with a divine radiance around its face. So captivating did he look that it seemed as if a divine soul has taken birth. By the age of 5 years, the boy had learnt the Gita by heart and had even written his own commentary on the holy book. He used to give discourses and could speak on mathematics, science, physics, chemistry, rather on any subject with equal ease. On seeing him, one could not guess that such a small child could speak ceaselessly for hours on any subject in this world. What I wish to tell you is that such intelligent children can be given birth even today if the parents, especially the mother, is ready and determined to do so. Even if your child has already taken birth, his learning capacity can be enhanced by making him listen to these mantras. The mantras related to Chaitanya Samskar, which I am going to reveal to you, have 5 special characteristic features. These mantras have been created by the nature. No sage or God has created them, and they were evolved on their own through the coming together of air, clouds, earth, divine fragrance, spring and ether. The words of the mantra were generated, and the configuration of these words formed the mantras of the Chaitanya Samskar. These mantras are very significant and secret. 3000 years ago, several sages had their knowledge, but later these mantras were lost and their knowledge disappeared. And when no one had this knowledge, soon the samskar too was forgotten. Today, it is essential to reinstate these mantras to their pristine glory, because these mantras are unique and singular and are being revealed after thousands of years. Following is the first characteristic feature of this mantra. A mother who is pregnant should wake up early in the morning and listen to these mantras after taking a bath. She should wear fresh clothes and sit in a clean, sacred place with the picture of the Guru placed before her. She should pray to the Guru and then listen to these mantras with full devotion. There should be no noise or commotion around her. She should try to imbibe the essence of the chanting of the mantras into her body and soul by listening to the mantras once, thrice, 5 times, 7 times, or as many times as she can. The special feature of these mantras is that through the ears and body of the mother, the mantras reach the heart of the child in the womb. They strike at the most vibrant chords of the heart and produce a resonance which activates every cell and every pore of the child's body. Each cell then becomes a unique receptacle of knowledge, and the imbibing capabilities and the dharana shakti of the child increases many folds. Thus, in the womb itself starts a process of transforming an ordinary human into Narayan, God. The second characteristic feature of these mantras is that even if the child has already taken birth, it can be instilled with superconscience if both the mother and the newly born child are made to listen to the recital. Thus, not only does the child become more intelligent and receptive to knowledge, but the atmosphere of the house too becomes pure and sanctified. In fact, wherever the chanting of these mantras take place, all divine powers, all gods present themselves and bless not only the mother and the child, but all the members of the family, because for the all-round development of the child, the atmosphere of the house too should be congenial and good. The third feature of these mantras is that when the mother is listening to them, then it is not necessary to impart any other knowledge to the child in the womb. It is then not essential to specially impart the knowledge of physics or Gita or Ramayana or Mahabharata, because all the knowledge of spiritualism and the sciences present in the entire universe is condensed in these mantras. These mantras are a collection of Bija mantras. Bij means one single alphabet, and each bij is imbibed with the knowledge of one subject, one text. And when the mantra strikes the body of the child, the beej opens up and all the knowledge of the text is transferred into the mind and soul of the child. Hence, such a child is well versed in all the subjects, in all sciences like physics, spiritualism and Kundalini Jagaran. And after being born, it needs just some reintroduction, some practice for the child to recollect all that it has learnt in its mother's womb. In just a few days, such a child can learn so much which one cannot even in 25 years. When such a child goes to a school, it imbibes whatever is taught several times quicker than an ordinary child and completes 10 years of education in just a few days. The fourth special feature of these mantras is that the child is instilled with high spiritual, moral and human values and thus leads a very virtuous, saintly life. Such a child grows up to become an ocean of knowledge, a complete man, a scientist, a mathematician, a great scholar and a dynamic orator. In fact, he becomes a unique confluence of all knowledge and acquires an imposing, magnetic personality. From his birth to his death, he leads an extraordinarily singular life and brings credit to the name of his parents by attaining world fame. Through the powers of these mantras, he acquires a great status among all men. The fifth characteristic feature is that by listening to these mantras, all-round development of the child takes place in all spheres of life. He becomes a master of all Vedas, Puranas, Upanishads, Shastras, religions and spiritualism. All secret eruditions are revealed to him and through such knowledge he becomes divine in himself. This is why these mantras are called Deva mantras or Chetana Yukta mantras. If one daily listens to these mantras in the early hours of the morning, then the life undergoes a complete transformation. The gods remain ready to help and protect such a person and all his tasks get accomplished easily. A celestial radiance appears on his face and he is able to realize all his aims in life. Similarly, if a woman, whether pregnant or not, listens to these mantras daily in the morning, her face acquires a unique beauty, a divine magnificence, and her body gains a well-proportioned look. Whoever then looks at her becomes captivated by her enchanting beauty. By the resonance of these mantras, a transformation takes place in one's body. The whole body is filled with a reverberating energy and it becomes a confluence of divine radiance. Hence, these mantras are equally beneficial for all, whether a child in the womb or a mother, a man or a woman, a young man or an old person. This mantra is also useful in purifying the atmosphere of the house. As I have already told you that these mantras are instilled with divine enlightenment and that a pregnant woman should surely start listening to them from the 4th month of pregnancy. I have also seen that if a woman is not able to conceive, then by listening to these mantras, soon she is able to do so. Even those who are childless or have only daughters can accomplish this practice and give birth to sons. It means that with the help of these mantras, a son can be obtained, a child can be instilled with superconscience, and a childless woman can give birth. No wonder these mantras have been said to be amazing and divine. Although the words and the alphabets of these mantras are common, but their powers are unique. Hence it is necessary that the chanting of the mantras should be loud and clear so that the divine energy instilled in them comes out to the fore. It is said in the Shastras that the woman who wishes to benefit from these mantras should, with the consent of her husband, obtain Deeksha from a competent guru. After Deeksha, she should get the Chaitanya Samskar accomplished through the guru. If it is not possible, then it is not necessary to go to a guru or obtain Deeksha. Even without Deeksha, the mother can instill super conscience into the fetus by just listening to the mantras, that is, the Chaitanya Samskar can be easily accomplished by just listening to these mantras. If it is possible, then one should surely go to the Guru, obtain Deeksha and get the Chaitanya Samskar accomplished. But if you live far off, if there is some difficulty in reaching the Guru, then you should listen to these mantras daily in the morning and evening. During this period of pregnancy, you should keep your thoughts, words and actions pure and sacred. Before you sit down to listen to these mantras, you should take a bath, wear fresh clothes and adorn yourself with makeup and ornaments. You should also place a picture of your Guru before yourself. You should be seated in a sacred place, better in a place of worship. Then meditate on the Guru and pray to him thus: I wish to give birth to a unique and capable child. I wish to give birth to a child instilled with super conscience and totality. I wish to bring on this earth a child who could grow up to become a great man and bring credit to me and the family's name. Then chant the Guru Mantra. After the recital of the Guru Mantra, listen to these mantras once, 5 times, 11 times or even more. You can listen to these mantras as many times as you wish, but with full concentration. You must not feel lazy. You must not lie down or take it lightly. While listening, you should feel each word entering your ears and reaching the child in your womb. You should hear these mantras with full consciousness. Even a woman who does not carry a child but wishes to conceive can listen to these mantras. She should also take a bath, wear beautiful clothes, beautify herself, sit before the picture of her Guru and then hear the mantras. If she does so regularly, then in a few days she shall surely be able to conceive. This is a fact, and the woman goes on to give birth to a handsome, healthy and divine child. A woman of any age, caste or creed can listen to these mantras. These mantras are not only beneficial for the girls and women, but are also advantageous for the boys and men. By hearing these mantras, a divine radiance and an aura appears around one's face and one gains a magnetic personality, totality in education and success in all endeavors. Children, women, men and even old persons can benefit from these mantras because through them the body, the soul, the heart become enlivened and spiritual enlightenment takes place in one's life. And if a person wishes for salvation, totality of life or realization of God, then these wishes can be fulfilled with the help of these mantras. In a way, these mantras are Vishwa mantras, that is, mantras of the whole world. This is why they are called Vishwatmam, the soul of this world, Vishwadevatmam, the confluence of the powers of all the gods, and Brahmandatmam, the soul, the basis of this universe, or the confluence of all divine energies of this universe. Why have such titles been used for these mantras? What do these words signify? Surely there is a deeper significance. Otherwise, these mantras would not themselves have evolved from the realms of this universe. In fact, the words of these mantras keep resonating in the universe. And when we chant these mantras, then the sound produced by us and the resonance reverberating in the universe come together, and thus an explosive energy, a divine power, a radiance, an enlightenment is produced. And one who listens to these mantras is thus greatly affected by this divine cosmic energy. These mantras are unique and divine, and I have kept them secret till now. I have not revealed them to the public at large because by giving knowledge to an incompetent person, the value and the worth of the knowledge becomes depreciated. If a common man is given a priceless diamond, he cannot determine the price of the stone. Similarly, a common man cannot realize the value of this knowledge because for this a person must himself be worthy. Now I am going to reveal to you the divine mantras related to the Chaitanya Samskar.